Welcome to Nashville, Tennessee, Music City, USA, and home to the Commodores of Vanderbilt, who hope today they will hit all of the right notes. Today, two teams get set to square off in an intra-conference battle in the AAC. As we'll see, the winners of 4 straight, the Rice Owls, taking on a team who is rested and ready, coming off a bye, the Vanderbilt Commodores. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Commodores will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out. It's Campbell. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Going for a big play right off the bat. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go?
I know that's offensive pass interference, but I actually think that's a very heads-up play because that ball might have got intercepted. That was an errant throw. The receiver knew it, and instead of allowing the defender to pick it off, he knew, hey, I got to create a penalty here and save my quarterback and bail him out.
Looking downfield, it's Warner. Scrambling away. He's going to run it. Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Good jet sweep pass. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Man, this guy is exciting to watch. When he has the ball in his hands, he can make magic happen. They're going to throw it to him. They're going to hand it off to him. They're going to get him the ball in a variety of ways, and they're doing it early in this game.
Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And they'll finally shove him out of bounds after a strong run.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team, and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
He wants to throw. He's looking deep. Makes the grab on the left side. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He caught it. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal.
I think you're seeing the chemistry between these two guys on that last play, right? Quarterback's on the move. He's got to find his big fella. He does a great job of finding the soft spot in the defense and settling down. He was a stationary target for his quarterback on the move, and that really helped them pick up that first.
A first down run in the red zone. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Owls. They'll try to add another to their lead. and he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. From inside the 15, here comes the return. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. The offense set for a first down play. From the shotgun, the inside give. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. He's looking to throw it. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He'll fire to his right. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
You know, they say sometimes for quarterbacks the hardest throws to make are when the guy's wide open. How do you miss that throw if you're the QB? Just put air on it. You can underthrow it by 10 yards. That receiver would have come back and fielded a punt.
Johnson looking to throw. This time it's complete. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
Wide out in motion. Direct snap. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. The completion well past the sticks. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a...
Lofts one high and deep. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Vanderbilt. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And the extra point is good. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, it's Warner.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play doesn't feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. They're trying to get to it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Bringing it back, it's Brown. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Offense getting set for first down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. At the 45 on its way. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score tied at 7.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He's going to pass. Makes the catch. It's Bell. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Well, the drag route's put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
Third down coming up.
Now facing a third and long. Looking for a man. It's Pavia. It's complete to the right. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on fourth down.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You look at down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the first down. The only option, check it to the running back. Now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
The official says no good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Grabs it inside the 10. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
Love the play call here by the offensive coordinator. You can snip it. You can smell in the air. Blood in the water. Now we're taking a shot. You've got the athletes to go execute. Just dial it up.
They move the tight end all over. Trying to slam in. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? They'll run it to the left, looking for the end zone. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
How about this defense digging in its heels after the big play? It's now third and goal. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Needs to get it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Starting to feel a little pressure. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And that is how it's done. It's go time in the red zone, 3rd and goal. We need a sack, need a big play. That was a monster sack by the defense. Let's go.
And the try is no good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. For Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have...
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. The Commodores come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Scanning the field, it's Pavia. Looking to the big tight end. Makes a connection. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Caught near the sideline, it's Bell. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw in that out.
And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt.
Oh, ball's out! Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
2nd and 10 here. They'll go to the ground. Across the 25, he's got room. And he breaks into the open. Tackle is made after the 1st down. That was just an open alley for that back. I don't think he was touched once before the tackle.
So he wouldn't even been down in two-hand touch?
No. You want to talk about flipping the script. They just did that with a huge play, and now they've got it 1st and 10 in plus territory. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw. Never gave his receiver a chance. Maybe a little frustrated after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10 from the 38. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Lets it fly. Snagged in the middle, it's Connors. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. From the 22 on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Throws to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
It leads to second down.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Fast motion from the offense. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Toss to the outside. Headed to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Owls.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. On first down, here comes this offense. Johnson wants to throw it. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Going back to the well, another deep ball. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. And the Commodores want to pick up the tempo. Now the play fake. Trying to get to it. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Rice ready to kick off and get things started here in the second half. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in this. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Open space at the 25. In his sophomore season, he's really learned to find that running room.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
All right, for this offensive line now, you've got to gear up. You've got to really start to hone in, understand that if you don't start playing better and you don't start giving this quarterback time, trailing in the second half, needing to throw, you're not going to have a chance to win.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Fires and picked off. Got some room to run. He's at the 40. Inside the 30. And a super return as he takes it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
What an amazing play by the defense. Not only do you get the interception, but you completely flip the field. And how about the open field running by that guy once he made the pick?
Off play action on 1st down. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Well, the receiver did everything right. He ran a good route. He got his head around. He just didn't finish the play. Just look it in.
Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 24. Looking to pass. It's Warner. He'll take a shot. He makes the catch at the end zone. Touchdown, Rice. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the right. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. He wants to go deep and trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And, man, could they have used that? It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass, it's Warner. Pocket starts to collapse. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. Defense more than happy to take that free yardage. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Intercepted. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense.
Well, the defense was expecting pass on that one. 3rd and long. They dial up the perfect coverage, and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
Now he's going to break the pocket. Now he'll fire back into the middle. And he's got it inside the 10. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
This defensive line has got to do a better job getting pressure on the opposing quarterback. You cannot allow this QB to scan the entire field and have all day to throw. Look, I know this quarterback's good, but this defense right now is making him look like the Heisman winner.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now on 2nd and goal. To the air, it's Pavia. Fakes the grab on the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
This defense didn't hang its head. They've stood tall after the big play. 3rd and goal coming. And this one will be stopped for no gain. With a double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, they're going to go touchdown. The quarterback sneak pays off as he gets it across the goal line.
Make no mistake about it. Bring in the beef, right? Bring in all the extra offensive linemen, the tight end. You know what we're going to do. We're going to line up, and we are going to smash 4th and goal situation. They are successful playing a little bully ball with the big boys up front.
Throw to the end zone, picked off. This is really aggressive here. Still just a one-possession game in the 3rd quarter, and they're going for the onside kick. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
You know, momentum in college football is a real thing, and after scoring on their last drive and still trailing in game, the head coach decides to take a chance, roll the dice, go onside kick, and they get it. If they can score here, all of a sudden, all the momentum is back on their side.
Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to take the lead in this football game.
So they got to be feeling good. They did their part, score. Your defense does your part, Jesse. This offense, keep that momentum. I would say stay aggressive here.
And just keep doing what you were doing on that last drive, right? Where whatever was working for you, just go back. Keep using those same playmakers to allow you to go down here and score a touchdown.
Fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Nice confidence by the QB. Good throw over the middle of the field. Nice little strike down the field for a big play. Listen, you got to throw it where it's open. And he found a slot, found a little hole in the middle of the field. Nice job attacking.
He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing. Johnson looking to throw. Coming after it.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Awesome job by the defense. Not only getting the fast quarterback on the ground, but understanding what he wants to do. He can take off. I got to make sure I got good pursuit angles, and I got to make sure I build rails. I can't let him outside. I got to keep him in the pocket. He tries to get outside. They get the sack and get the huge loss on that play.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. This try will come from the left hash, and he'll try to curl it in from 38. It is perfect. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Defense looks as if it's coming. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Buys a little time. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had the last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate. That's a reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Rice 21, Vanderbilt 19.
Trying to pick up a 1st down. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. And they're dragging down after a good return on the interception.
Man, we needed that so bad. We needed the football, had to get a stop, forcing a turnover. Best case scenario, offense back on the field, trailing in the 4th quarter. Time to go win.
Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Vandy. And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Central Michigan needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Mount Pleasant behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by 10 to the Red Hawks of Miami. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Getting some heat. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
Woo. Deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
The drive continues after that fumble scare sent the offensive coordinator's blood pressure into orbit. They'll put the tight end in motion. They'll toss it to the left. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
When you're running up the middle, you got so many big boys on the inside. When you run this toss out wide, it's nice because you get away from all the beef. You get to get on the perimeter, make some of those little guys make some tackles out wide. The running back really appreciates when you give him some tosses.
Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I need block that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the run. Got a little space. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. Rice rushes to the line.
And that's a first down for the offense.
From the gun, the ground game.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. Looking to throw, it's Warner. Keeps looking downfield. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Looking to throw on 3rd. Unloads to the wideout. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And another mistake from this quarterback. That's back-to-back drives now that have resulted in interceptions. He's got to find a way to find something different, get in a better rhythm, start seeing the field better, Palmer, because he's not in a flow right now.
No, David, it looks like he's forcing the football a little bit, maybe trying to make up for that interception he threw on the last drive. But that last play, there was no way that football should have gone there. He could have gotten off of that, checked it down, or thrown it away. This quarterback, he needs a breather right now. He's got to collect himself.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Quarterback checking the play. We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. At this point, the defense just has to bring the house to try to stop the run and get the ball back, even on 2nd and 13. Johnson wants to throw it. He'll pull it down and run. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Commodores send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the ball comes to rest right there. First down here for the offense. He wants to throw. Pressure coming. Just tried to drop a little floater in there, and it's incomplete.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% in a season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. They go to the ground. Nice move to pick up yardage. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Gonna run it. It's Connors. And he won't quite get there. But, boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Rice going to work with another 1st and 10. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Sends it downfield. And he'll pull it in inside the 20.
First down. Caught by the receiver. Gain of 28.
Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Looking down the middle. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
When you're down late in the game, you got to make plays. It's really tough not to force the football. You can tell quarterback forces the football. Defense comes up with a huge interception.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And they get him on the ground, and that's going to do it. Ball game is over. Timeout is called with just a single second left. So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. Leaves it with the back. On the move is the 30. Off he goes. He's inside the 40. At the 20. And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game doesn't affect the outcome. Just a little cherry on top of the sundae.
That is add the insult to injury. Running the football late, could have taken a knee, could have ran the clock out, but those stats count, those stats matter, and this handshake with the coaches might get a little more interesting.
So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. You have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to the park each and every